JBN, we keep you informed. I am Michelle Jones, and in the news, Queen's old girl foils robbery attempt of students. A past student of Queen's High School showed that she stole her sister's keeper after risking her life by intervening in an armed robbery of two female students from her alma mater in St. Andrew on Monday afternoon. The woman, who will be attending her school's 40th anniversary reunion overseas this week, said she was driving on Waterloo Avenue when she saw two Queen's High students, their faces a portrait of fear, backed up against a wall by two intimidating-looking males. Thinking quickly, she pulled her car over to them, rolled down her windows and yelled, "Thief! Thief!" "It just didn't look right," she said. One of the men was holding on to one of the girls in a friendly manner, but they were backed up against the wall. They looked afraid, and the men looked wrong. Unkempt hair and cut-off-foot jeans. I just acted. I had to stop them. When she yelled an accusatory thief out of the splayed-out windows of her car, the men hightailed it up the road towards West Kings House Road. Then she acted quickly, executed a hasty U-turn, and doggedly pursued the men. One of the men ran onto the compound of a popular pharmaceutical store, where security guards chased him and nabbed him when he tried to jump a fence. Another vehicle also made a U-turn. This one was a licensed farm model, which I found out later, and he also tried to pursue the guys. The security guard grabbed one when he tried to clear a rail fence. He had a knife hidden in his crotch, while the other one threw his knife into the gutter, but escaped in the direction of the Canadian High Commission, she said. Quizzed if she hadn't feared for her life, given the fact the men could have been armed, she replied, "I didn't think, I just acted. Now I understand why civilians sometimes get caught up and get shot. I just acted. I saw one of my Queen's girls in trouble, and I'm a past student, so I just did something." One of the men had robbed one of the girls of her cell phone. The girls were shaken, but otherwise unhurt by the ordeal. "We need to be our brother's keeper. We have to take back our country. I'm just happy that one of them was held," she said. She later filed a report at the Halfway Tree CIB regarding the incident. The man who is held is reportedly a resident of Rima, who was out on bail on a charge of shooting with intent and illegal possession of a firearm. The police confirmed the incident. One thing one can be sure of is that when she attends her 40th anniversary Queen's High reunion overseas this week, she'll have a hell of a tale to tell. One dead, two injured in Grangeville bar shooting. 3 people were shot, one fatally, at Mint Road Bar in Grangeville, Westmoreland on Monday night. The deceased has been identified as 26-year-old O'Shane Hamilton from the community. A man and woman were also injured. The incident happened about 9:30 p.m. According to initial reports from the police, the 3 people were among a group of patrons at a bar when gunmen traveling in a motor car shot at them. It is unclear if the armed men entered the bar or if it was a drive-by shooting. The police were alerted, and the injured were taken to hospital, where Hamilton was pronounced dead. St. Elizabeth woman charged with embezzling nearly $1 million. A 28-year-old woman from St. Elizabeth has been charged with embezzlement of nearly $1 million Jamaican dollars. In a release on Monday, detectives assigned to the St. Elizabeth Police Division said in June 2020, Felicia Dunkley was employed by a lottery and gaming company and was tasked with depositing the day's sales into a bank account. Her employer later discovered, however, that over 800,000 Jamaican dollars was missing. A report was subsequently made to the police, and the Dunkley arrested and charged. Ochireus Higler was shot dead in drive-by. A Higler was shot dead in a drive-by shooting in Ochireus, St. Anne on Monday night. He has been identified as 30-year-old Krishna Gibbs of a 3 Hills address in St. Mary. Information received is at about 9:14 p.m. Gibbs was standing along a roadway near the town centre when men traveling a Toyota Probox motorcar opened gunfire, hitting him. They fled the scene in the vehicle. The police were summoned, and Gibbs was transported to the hospital, where he was pronounced dead. Investigations are ongoing, the police said. Person of interest in Denhamtown mom's killing, reports the cops. One of 3 people named as persons of interest in connection with the death of Denise Nelson has turned himself over to the police. Tevin Cross, the uncle of Nelson's boyfriend, Eric Murdoch, otherwise called Brando, on Monday went to detectives probing the death of Nelson, who was the mother of a 2-month-old baby. He reportedly turned up at the Denhamtown police station with a community member. He is currently being interviewed by detectives. The boyfriend and another person of interest, identified late Monday as Alejandro Murdoch, otherwise called Brandon, 17, are still being sought. They are being asked to also turn themselves over to the police immediately. Nelson, otherwise called Pinky, a student from North Street, Kingston, was shot dead at her boyfriend's home in Denhamtown, West Kingston, on Sunday night. Her baby had been admitted to hospital prior to her death, it is understood. The police said residents reported hearing explosions and summoned members of the security forces. Upon arrival of the police, a joint search of the area was conducted with the military, during which they were alerted to an apartment at King's Heights on Water Street. The joint team, upon entering the premises, saw the door to the apartment ajar and made entry inside. Upon entering, Nelson's body was seen lying on its side, partially nude, in a pool of blood. The body had what appeared to be gunshot wounds to the left side of the face. Nelson was taken to the Kingston Public Hospital, where she was confirmed dead. Man killed after chopping another in St. Elizabeth Market. Police have identified a man who was stabbed to death after he allegedly chopped another during an altercation in the Santa Cruz Market in St. Elizabeth on Monday. The deceased has been identified as Anthony Heath. Head of the St. Elizabeth Police, Superintendent Dwight Daly, said about 4:40 p.m. Heath attacked a man with a machete and chopped him several times. The man retaliated and stabbed Heath in his chest. The men were taken to hospital where Heath was pronounced dead and the injured man hospitalized. Superintendent Daly said disputes continue to result in violent cases in St. Elizabeth, despite a recent 4-day visit by Justice Minister Delroy Chuck to train members of churches, justices of the peace, and other groups in dispute resolution techniques under the Alternative Justice Services Program. St. Mary Police seek assistance in identifying body. The St. Mary Police are seeking the public's assistance in identifying the body of a man that was found in Rio Nuevo in the parish on Sunday, June 26. The body is of dark complexion, medium build, and is about 5 feet 6 inches long. It is also bald and clean-shaven. The body was clad in a green shirt with white and blue stripes, khaki shorts, and a pair of brown slippers. Reports are that about 6:20 a.m., residents discovered the body and summoned the police. On their arrival, the body was removed and taken to the morgue. The police are asking individuals who can assist in identifying the body to call the Rockabessa Police at 876-975-3233 or 876-994-2220, Police 119 emergency number, or the nearest police station. Security guard accused of Portland ATM robbery offered $2 million bail. Calvin Hill, the security guard charged in connection with an April 23 explosion at a Scotiabank ATM in Portland, has been offered bail in the sum of $2 million. Hill was brought before the Portland Parish Court on Tuesday to answer to charges including arson, housebreaking, creating public mischief, larceny as a servant, and falsification of accounts. As a condition of bail, he must surrender all his travel documents. There is also a stop order against him at all ports of entry and exit, and he is to report to the Port Antonio Police Station every Thursday. He is not to, in any way, attempt to interfere with the ongoing investigation. He has not yet taken up bail. Hill, who is represented by attorney at law Carl McDonald, has been scheduled to return to court on July 26. The 31-year-old security guard was charged on May 5 in connection with an explosion which left him injured and at least $12 million in damage. A section of the bank, which houses 2 ATMs, was destroyed in the early morning blast. On arrival, officers observed fine smoke coming from the front of the building. Further investigations revealed that the 2 ATMs were also destroyed during the explosion. The Port Antonio Fire Department was contacted, and a team of 7 firefighters responded and extinguished the blaze. 68 new COVID-19 cases in Jamaica, 1 death reported. The Ministry of Health and Wellness reported 68 new COVID-19 cases and 1 death on Monday, June 27, bringing the total to 142,626 and total deaths to 3,121. The death of a 55-year-old woman from Clarendon in September last year has been confirmed to be linked to COVID-19. There were 97 recoveries in the last 24 hours, bringing the total to 90,762. Currently, 113 people are hospitalized, with 5 of them listed as critically ill and 13 severely ill. Jamaica's positivity rate for the latest round of testing is 16.9%. JBN, we keep you informed. Please remember to subscribe, like, share, leave us a comment, and click the notification bell to receive our daily news items.